Hello everyone. Yes, this is going to be probably a long video. This is going to be a story, okay? And this story is going to be very interesting because I've never actually, just recently I shared this with someone. After all these years, I shared it with a close friend of mine. This is regarding my language learning too. So I was so embarrassed and I don't want to say ashamed, but I was a little bit embarrassed to tell anyone or to share the story with anyone because I thought it would be stupid and like just dumb. But you guys be the judge and tell me what you think about it after I'm finished telling you the story. So where can I start? So I'm gonna title this video the main reason, or the main trigger for me learning languages. Should I title that the main trigger for me learning foreign languages? Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna go way back. Okay, I'm gonna go way back. Now, when I was in high school, I had a problem. I had a serious problem. We had to take these tests. We had to take tests called proficiency tests. I'm not sure if you guys had to take this similar test, but like in Ohio, we had to take like proficiency tests, like starting from high school, and basically they had 4 parts. I believe there was a math part, science, what was it, reading, and something like that. And basically, I couldn't pass. Like, I went the whole time. Like, I was able to pass reading and I think English, but I had a problem for four whole years trying to pass the math and science part. I couldn't pass the math and science part. I had problems. So this went on throughout my high school education. And I just thought of myself not really being a smart person. I didn't think I was. I just thought I was stupid. So I had this feeling throughout, high school. I didn't think I was capable of doing anything intellectual. So, I didn't really care about. I didn't care about school. I couldn't wait to graduate and all that good stuff. And I've always been a good person. I've never really done anything bad. But I was like the environment, like just thinking negative all the time and. Just thinking about negative stuff all the time and not just having like confidence in anything regarding education. All I did was play video games. I'll always play video games, and I honestly have to say that video games has kept me out of a lot of trouble. And I mean, it's just been the greatest thing that I've ever decided to do in my life, is just play video games. So I mean, I'd say that was the only positive thing I had going on in my life. But other than that, I always thought negative, just didn't think that I was capable of doing anything intellectual. So getting back to this here, I couldn't pass this proficiency test. So I got all the way up to my junior year and I still couldn't pass the math and science proficiency test. So I'm like, man, am I really that stupid? So now we come to the point to where I talked to you guys about this before, about a girl. There was a girl that I was very attracted to in high school. I was like, I was a senior actually, yeah. Very attracted to this girl, and she was Asian. She was Asian. She was actually Filipino American, I believe, and I was attracted to her. So I had my cousin. I told you guys the story before. I had my cousin go ask her. I was like real shy. I didn't know what to say to her, but I had my cousin go ask her if she had a boyfriend or whatnot. And then she told me she was in the gym, and she told me to come in there. So I went in. I didn't know what to say. We just talked about regular stuff, and then we exchanged numbers. And then like she was saying stuff like, well, if her dad answers the phone, just hang up or something like that. I was like confused about that at first, but anyway. She was I was attracted to her. So what happened was, like, I didn't plan to go to prom with this girl. She you know, she went around and told everybody that we were going to go to prom together and stuff. And I was confused. Like, we never talked about going to prom. So when people were coming around and they were asking, like, hey, you going to prom with it? I don't want to say her name. I still know her name. But I was like, I guess so. I don't know. So we just went on ahead and, you know, I ordered tux and everything and all that good stuff. And yeah, and then that day came and she told me that she couldn't go to prom with me because of something her dad said. She told her dad that I was black or something and said that, you know, she wanted to go to prom with me, and, you know, it didn't work out. So he didn't let her go. I guess that's what it was. You know, he didn't let her go. So she called me like the next day, the day before the prom, and told me that she wasn't going to be able to go with me to the prom because her dad said because I was black or something. So I was like, man, that's some BS. Like, what you talking about? So I was pissed, man. I hung up the phone. I was my brother, and I just talked to my brother about this because even my own flesh and blood, I didn't even tell my brother this story, like, just before I made this video. So anyway, I hung up the phone real quick, and my brother was trying to calm me down. He was like, yeah, don't worry about it, you know, it's all right. And he didn't understand how I was feeling. I was really, really hurt because I like this girl, you know. And yeah, it's just that happened. After that happened, and then I had all kinds of disasters. Like, that happened, and then, like, they called in the senior year, they called everyone who couldn't pass a proficiency test to the office to tell them. They didn't tell us over the PA. They just said we need the following people to come to the office. And my name, my name was called. So I went to the office, and then the counselor was like, yeah, you didn't pass the proficiency test, so you're not going to be able to walk the stage for graduation. So I was like, wow. And I was really, really, really mad. So I had that incident, and I had that prom incident. So it was really a disaster for me. So I was like, man, I had to go to summer school and train to pass this proficiency test. And I didn't have a clear mind because of the stuff that was going on. But anyway, that stuff made me feel really, really, really low, you know, about myself. I didn't, like, it made it even worse. Like, okay, wow, I'm really a stupid person. Like, I couldn't, you know, now I don't have the girl want to go to prom with me because of this and because of that, and what can I do? And on top of that, I found out she ended up going to prom with some white guy, and that really made me mad. So I was thinking, like, so I'm not good enough, I'm not smart enough, you know, what can I do to get some love out here? So I was just, a lot of negative stuff was going through my head, and I just asked myself, what can I do? What can I do to get respect? What can I do to make myself smarter? I took that negative energy and turned it into something positive. So I said, what can I do to make myself smarter, a smarter person, to get more respect, to look past my color, to look just other stuff. I was thinking about a lot of stuff, and I decided to learn Chinese. Okay, I decided to learn Chinese, and yeah. Once I started learning Chinese, I was so motivated. I know I had to, you know, it's like, yeah, I'm going to just show people that I can do this and I can do that. And I'm not a stupid person. And as you know, I was, in 3 months, I was like speaking Chinese because of that push I had. And I got all kinds of respect. I love that feeling. I got a lot of respect from Chinese people telling me, oh, you know, you're good, you speak well Chinese and all this, and that made me feel good because the first time in my life have I ever had someone tell me I was smart and good at something like that, like intellectually. So that even pushed me more to continue to learn Chinese. So from there, I just started getting crazy. After Chinese, I went, you know, I fell in love with other Asian languages. So yeah, that's what pushed me. That's what drove me to learn languages. Chinese being the first, because why? I chose Chinese. You would have thought that I would have chose Tagalog or Filipino. That was actually one of the other languages I chose afterwards. But that's what drove me to learning language. And I chose Chinese because it's an Asian language. It had to be an Asian language because the girl was Asian. I had to do it. So that's what happened. And I'm sharing this story with all of you guys because I feel comfortable. My friend told me that it's not stupid. He thought of it as a fairy tale. He said it's more like a fairy tale story. He said that's very interesting. I never shared this. It's been more than 10 years since I graduated from high school, and I've kept this in. I've never talked to anyone about this. Told anyone the real reason why I decided to learn languages, and this is the reason why. So you guys be the judge. You tell me what you think. Turning negative energy into positive. And I honestly have to say, like, you know, if I'm glad that happened to me. I'm glad that she did that. Maybe it happened for a reason, because if that wouldn't have happened to me, I don't know where I would be today. I don't think I would be learning languages, to be honest with you, because look, I never, like I told you before, I was never into intellectual stuff. I wasn't into learning. I wanted to get out of school because I was being tortured by the proficiency test. So I wasn't even thinking about doing anything intellectually. And it's kind of scary, because I can imagine how many more people are out there like that who've had this same experience I had, but they probably turned that negative. They probably didn't do positive things with that negative energy. I'm sure a lot of people have, but it's scary when I think about it. I was like, man, I wonder how many more people out there are like that. They had this type of experience that I had, and I wonder what they have done about it. I just turned that negative energy to positive energy. That's all I did. And you know what? I thank God for it, because I'm where I am now today because of that. I could be in jail somewhere. I could be dead, actually, if I would have done something stupid with that negative energy. So yeah. So as they say, things happen for a reason, and I think that happened for a reason, to get me to where I am today. So yep, that's my story. And like I said, guys, just recently I shared this with a close friend of mine, and just shared it with my brother today, my own flesh and blood. I didn't even tell my brother that. So I just thought it was dumb to tell people about that. Like, oh, you started learning language because of that, man? You can't get over that? Or something like that. So that's what happened. So let me know what you guys think about that story. I don't know. I'm sorry if I bored you. You guys are bored by the story, but hey, I thought it would be interesting to share with you guys. And I almost, you know what? I was thinking before, like, one of the videos I made, why so much love for Asian languages? I was going to talk about that in that video, but I changed my mind. I said, man, this would be a dumb video. I'm not even going to make it. People think I'm stupid. But anyway, let me know what you guys think, and that's it for my story. And I appreciate you guys again supporting my channel and my language learning. I don't think it would be possible if it weren't for my supporters, and you know, support is so important. So yep, that's going to conclude this video, and let me know what you guys think about this story. Thanks for viewing, and I would love to hear it. If any of you have stories like this, I love listening to stories like these type of stories, when you have a negative situation and you turn something to positive and it made you successful. I would love to hear that. So thanks again, and I look forward to you guys' comments and video responses.